Hey, good evening. This is a short video for my federal retirees. I get a lot of questions about your TSP accounts, and I wanted to do a little video to kind of get you started in the right direction because the TSP is a good deal while you're working, but it's got some really crazy restrictions when you go to take your money out. And some of these can have some real problems. So whether you have us help you with your retirement or not, I still want to do the service of getting you over some of these hurdles, because some of them, when you make the mistake, you can't undo the mistake. Let's start with when it is that you can actually move your money from your TSP account. Under most circumstances, it's either when you're 59 and a half years old or older, or whenever you leave service. So that means if you quit when you're 40 years old, if there's any money in there, you can move it. If you retire when you're 70 years old, or even if you retire when you're 50, basically if you retire, you're leaving service, you can move your money. If you are 59 and a half years old or older and still working, because you have met that minimum age, you can move it then. So basically, if you're 59 and a half, or if you leave, whether you quit or you retire, those are the two times when you can move your money, that age or just leaving service. So that's a lot of questions I get, so hopefully that's clear. You got two times. Now, once you go to move your money, there's really only three options that you can exercise to get your money out. And there are some real problems with each of them. So very briefly, I want to explain them. Your first option is you can take your money out in a lump sum. I don't care if it's 100,000, 40,000, 300,000, whatever, you can take the whole thing out. When you do that, you're going to get killed in taxes. If you take out $200,000 and put it in your bank or go pay off your house or something, you're going to lose probably close to half of it. Don't do that, but that is an option. Government loves you to pay taxes, so that is one option. The second option is you can do what's called a systematic withdrawal. You tell HR that you want X amount of money per month, and they'll set that up in the system. So for example, let's say you have $100,000 in your TSP account. You can tell HR that you want $5,000 a month. They'll put that in the system, you leave, and they'll start giving you a check for $5,000 a month. Understand something. Once you put that in place, you can't undo it. So if something happens, an emergency, and you need more than $5,000 a month, you have no access to anything beyond the $5,000. Also understand that while they're giving you that $5,000 a month in my scenario, you're not making any growth. So if you have $100,000 and you take out $5,000 a month, in 20 months, which is just under 2 years, you've taken out all your money. Now that's a better option tax-wise than taking the whole 100 out at once, but you're still running out of money because you have to make some growth. So the first option, taxes, no good. The second option, a little better on taxes, but still no control. The third option is really, in my opinion, the most dangerous. You can take out an annuity. What it is, it'll act like a pension. Actually, a pension is an annuity. You could tell them that you want a check for the rest of your life, and they'll add that along to your first check and your supplement if you are get the supplement as well, under 62 years old. So they'll feed your information into a computer, and it'll work something like this. Let's say you're 60 years old, and let's say again you've got, so let's say $200,000 in your account. The computer will figure out how long it thinks you're going to live. It'll say if you're 60 years old, man or woman, they are going to assume that you're going to live to age X in general across America. So the computer will come up with a figure. So let's say if you have 200 grand, that figure might be, let's say $1,200 a month. What that means under the first option of this, they'll give you $1,200 a month for the rest of your life. Now understand something. You have to understand what I'm about to explain. If you take that option, you have no more $200,000. It is evaporated, it's gone. What you have done is you trade in your $200,000 TSP account in this scenario, and instead you have now a contract between you and MetLife Insurance, because that's the company that TSP uses, And in my scenario, instead of $200,000 of cash, you now have a contract for MetLife to pay you $1,200 a month for the rest of your life. So that means if you need more than $1,200 a month, I need $30,000 here, $20,000 there to do this, it's not available. It doesn't exist. If you ask someone how much money you're making, how much interest you're making on your account, the answer is zero. There is no account anymore for you to make interest. You literally have given up your entire life savings with the TSP in order to gain a contract between you and MetLife to pay you X dollars a month. Here's the biggest problem. The contract expires when your life is over. So let's say hypothetically you did this, 200 grand, and it says you're gonna get, let's say $1,200 a month. First month you get your $1,200. Second month, you get $1,200. Third month, you're in a car wreck, you die. Your life is over, the contract is over. So MetLife keeps the rest of the money and your family gets nothing. The only way around that is there are a couple of extra options built into the annuity called period certain. You can put on a little survivorship, or you can say, I want to get it for at least 5 years or 10 years. Each time you do that, in my scenario, the $1,200 would drop to maybe $1,000 or maybe $800. They're going to reduce the amount of money that you get per month. But in no way, shape, or form is it ever going to be the best option for you. You stand a real chance of losing your money that you work for. Your family doesn't get it. You obviously have no control over it. So it's a very, very dangerous option. But TSP and MetLife do offer that option, and I think you can see why they make it available. So option 1, lump sum, get killed in taxes. Option 2, systematic withdrawal, no control, no growth, and you run out of money. Option 3, the annuity, no control, no growth, and when you die, the big insurance company keeps your life savings. Good luck with that one. So none of the 3 options work, not according to the problems I just laid out. I want you to understand those. So what is the solution? In general, there's only one solution. Instead of taking one of those 3 options, you simply have to do a rollover out of your TSP account into your own IRA. All right? That eliminates the three scenarios and the problems that go with them. Once the money is rolled out of TSP and into a private account in your name, all of those options and the problems with them go away. So that's the easy fix. Okay, easy enough. That's good news. Now you have a second set of problems. What do I roll it into? Now, in order to keep this video short, I'm going to stop it here and simply offer this. I've done some other videos on some of these specific places you can put your money. There's one on the bank and the problems with that. There's one with retail brokers and the problems with them. There's another one on annuities and the problems with them. But I have outlined it, and again, tonight's just going to be kind of short. I just don't want you to make a mistake of doing one of the 3 TSP options, because once you do them, TSP does not let you undo them. You're done, and they're happy. So if you understand that rolling over is the way to do it, I would invite you to look at some of my other videos that I just spoke about, so that you can see some of the pros and cons of the other options. Again, like as far as putting it with annuities or retail brokers or at the bank. I laid them out pretty well. They're all on my YouTube channel. Check them out. And last but not least, there are some additional, even better options that are outlined in my 1-hour presentation. I put all of the information together, pros and cons, and then I put some really nice solutions with the investment clubs toward the end. If you want to watch that, you'll learn a lot. Hopefully you've learned something tonight with this one. And also, when you're ready to actually speak about your individual scenario, because I know right now a lot of people are scared. Let me just hit that for a second. You work 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. You've got $200,000 or $300,000, $400,000. You worked hard for it. I get it. I've done a lot of work with my federal people. And if you ask around, odds are you'll find somebody, you already know somebody that I personally in my company have helped. So ask about me. Okay? Take the referral. Ask your friends and your coworkers if they're happy with the service and the products that I've done for them, if they're happy with the education I've given them. if they're happy that I help them avoid the pitfalls like I'm doing for you right now. That's how you earn business. But you don't ever earn business by pushing somebody that's not ready to talk. So if you're not ready to talk, then please just watch the videos so you can at least learn what not to do. And as I said, there's a couple of parts at the end of my 1 hour video that offer some cool things that are a pretty nice solution, because they really go above and beyond some things that you can't find anywhere else. But for now, relax and just take in this information at your own pace. If and when at some point you're ready to actually speak a little bit about your individual situation, please go to my site. I'm going to put the link on here, so you click it and it'll take you to my Advantage 7 Financial. That's my company. You can find the phone number there if you want to call me, and we'll talk about your individual situation just on the phone if you want. Or we can schedule an appointment, meet somewhere in my office, your place, wherever you're comfortable. Or you can email me, David, I've got this question, or David, or how does this work? Go ahead and reach out, because yes, you did work hard for this money, and yes, it might scare you to talk to someone because you're worried they're going to have you do the wrong thing. Please understand that doing nothing and staying within the TSP is a bigger mistake. It's bad to say, but there's really nowhere to go but up. Once you do come out of the TSP, again, I would urge you to speak with me or someone with my company, one of my brokers, and let them explain some better options than what you've been traditionally exposed to. And last but not least, I will repeat, ask around about my company and my name, David Reedy, especially, because you're probably going to find more than one person that I've actually individually helped, and hit them up and see what kind of job I'm doing for them. For now, have a good night. I hope you enjoyed the information, and I hope to speak with you soon. Thank you.